Welcome back. It's Mr. Gray. Another review for you today. Just want to thank you all, as usual, for coming back and checking me out. Today we have a slightly different type of review. It is sneaker related, but it's not a sneaker. So right now, I have recently purchased the Sole Premise roller bag in tumbled leather. So I travel quite a lot, or a couple times a year, several times a year, maybe 4 times at the most a year. But I'm always trying to figure out how to get my sneakers convenient. So I want a lot. I always want a carry-on that can take my sneakers, normally at least two, because I have one on my feet and two in the bag, and my clothes. And I'm typically more so talking about not like winter traveling, because I don't typically really travel in the winter. I'm typically traveling during hotter seasons where I can just wear t-shirts. So normally a bag's going to be able to hold kind of little knickknacks, accessories, t-shirts, and a couple pairs of jeans and shorts, something like that. Anyway, I typically, and this review is not about this bag, I typically roll with my Shrine bag, which carries a sneakers here and a sneaker here and all my stuff in the middle. I put that review up, I don't know, maybe about a year ago, so you can go through my videos if you want to see that review. This is not about that. This is about the Sole Premise bag that is in tumbled leather. So why I really wanted this bag, it's not that I do have another bag that does hold sneakers, but the main thing was I get tired of like holding that bag, putting it on my shoulder. A lot of times I'm going through airports and I'm carrying bags. Sometimes I'm carrying my wife's bag or my kids' bags or pulling their stuff. And I just want to be able to pull. So the main reason I really got this bag was like, okay, I'm hoping it can hold as much as my Shrine bag, but I do like the fact that it rolls. So according to the website, it's also a carry-on. Carry-on to me is like it's like a necessity. I don't want anything else but a carry-on. Two, like I said, the roller portion. That is very important to me. So let's just go ahead and start. The wheels actually look very sturdy. They don't look weak. I do like that part right there. As you can see the wheels. One part I did not know I was receiving, or maybe I figured it out a little bit later in the game. They do have a bag that is more so just a backpack. Well, this bag kind of gives you that 2-in-1. So you can pull these straps out here. You can connect them right here on the sides. Click here, tighten your straps up, and you also have a backpack. Now, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10, I'm never going to use it as a backpack because remember, my whole goal is I don't want to have to carry anything. I really just want to pull. I'm already jealous of my wife and kids because they all have roller bags, and I'm the odd man out in the family who does not have one. So this is what I'm hoping to, possibly be able to use more so. So anyway, to the actual get the roller portion, the handle up, it actually zips up right there in the top. So if you open that up, there's your handle right there. I think it has 2 levels. I'm going to put that back in for the second demonstration. And now, this thing has a galore of pockets. So it has a bottom section that can hold some stuff. It has several front pockets, as you can see. One here, one there, one here. You can see how deep it is where my fingers are. And then you can see it has the logo for Sole Premise here on the front. Now if you look, there's actually 3 portions here. You can put your sneakers in these outside portions. So this front portion and this back portion. Let's unzip it from both sides. And as you can see, I've already put some sneakers in. Got some here. And I got some sneakers here. I don't know. Let me try to hold that up a little bit. Sorry, this video review is going to be a little clunkier than my typical ones. And that's one of I guess one of my complaints. There's pros and cons to the bag. First of all, I love the leather. It is nice and soft and sexy. I love how it rolls. It doesn't like fall over. Some bags, when they get a little top heavy, they fall over. It doesn't do that. But there's a few things I do not like about the bag. One, so this bag retails at $300. But if you use the promo code, And once again, they are not giving me any endorsements. I'm not endorsed by anybody but myself. But I'm just saying, if you use the promo bag, it comes down to about $215, which makes it a lot better. But a couple of my complaint about that is I have like several luggage bags, and if I were to pay $300 if I didn't use a promo code, these basic, to me, this is my personal opinion, these basic zippers, personally, they should have like the logo inscribed in them. Any other luggage I have back there that's cost this much, it has the logo inscribed into the zippers. It also has like the bag portions normally on those. They're normally like inscribed logos or designs on the, like, I guess the inner, not the inner shell, but the inner lining of it. To me, the bag from an internal portion, I guess, is somewhat basic, almost kind of like, I'm not gonna say that. That's more of opinion. I'm leaving that out. But I feel like it's they when they got it, they could have done more to, I guess, more so personalize it to Soul Premise beside stamps SP on the front. But like I said, I'm gonna leave that part alone. So there are, although I can get 4 sneakers on the front section and the back section, there are also several pockets aligned in those sections. So right here you have a pocket. Here you have a pocket, and then here you have a pocket. Then on the back section, here you have a much bigger pocket and another kind of much bigger pocket right there. So I think in there, I would think you could possibly get some t-shirts. Actually, I'd probably put underwear in here. But then there's the middle section that we have not quite talked about yet. So in the middle section, not only does it go far down, and it's impossible for me to show you every deep pocket as much as I want to, but you also have another mesh pocket that goes, it doesn't go fully down to the bottom of the bag, but it goes to about here where my hand is. What was it I was going to show you? So that's 2 pockets right there. One at the bottom, one in the middle. Sorry, I went back to the other side. This bag has so many pockets, it's confusing me. My bad, guys. The middle portion. But then they have a portion in the middle where you can put what you want, really. And let's just grab my laptop. They actually have a laptop, an actual section specifically for a laptop, which is padded. I do like that. I don't typically carry my laptop, but I am big on always carrying my iPad. But I think this is about a 13-inch laptop, and it fits in there. It fits in there rather perfectly. Sorry, this bag is tough to maneuver when you're just kind of moving things in and out. But that's how my 13-inch laptop fits in there. If you see that, if I push it to one side, I actually have about that much space. So I'm sure it can get something bigger. Then you can probably go as high as you want, of course, as far as a laptop is concerned. But I don't really want to talk as much about the middle portion. Let's talk about the sneaker portion. So, realistically, what can it really do? I'm a size 10.5. Now, guys, I think on the website it says it goes up to about I believe you can get up to a size 13 in there. But I'm going to be honest with you, I personally would say that would be extremely difficult. I am a 10.5. First of all, you cannot, if you're 10.5 and you like a lot of high tops, your high tops will not get in that bottom portion very well. I spent a lot, and also, it depends on how you are. And this is me personally, once again, I do not like pushing and pushing my shoes together a whole lot. I'm very, very finicky. They call it OCD. So that's what I am. So when it comes to pushing my sneakers together and stuff, that's not something I like to do, because I'm always concerned with yes, I do wear my shoes, but I hate scratching them if I can help it. No, I don't wear crease protectors. I'm not that OCD, but I'm OCD enough. So anyway, when it came to getting these in here, it was a little bit of a job. At first, I kind of sat these in kind of flat, and then I realized that wasn't going to work. I initially was trying to get my high tops in the bottom, but the amount of trying to get it within this slim area and kind of hold it open and maneuver it in there, it just wasn't ideal. I realized that I can probably get it in there, and heck, they can probably get it in there if they wanted to, show me on video. But I realized it just was too much maneuvering that I wanted to do that I did not want to do with my sneakers all rubbing up against each other. So basically, I took my low tops, went back, and actually, let me point it this way. I took my low top, stuck that one in there, took my other one, put that above it. Once again, I really hate pushing them together. These specific Dunks too, they have little metal pieces on them on the front, or what do they call, shoe locks, which could potentially, kind of scratch up the other part of the shoe. I would say one thing I actually tend to do when I travel with my shoes, I tend to put I do have sneaker covers, which I don't always use, but I put my sneaker covers on to kind of protect the shoes from kind of scratching each other up. So as you can see, once I did the low tops, it was easier. Also, I don't know if you can see this, but there's a divider right here that can divide between the two shoes. Now, I do wish the divider is connected on both ends here, but it's not connected on this back end. I think it helps that it's not connected on the back end, because if you have a bigger shoe on the top or the bottom, it can kind of press through and give the other shoe more room. But for some reason, I guess I feel like I want it to have its own private compartment. But I can see why they did it connected to the back portion of the bag and just the sides. It can kind of give each shoe room to kind of move up or out. Now, the top portion. Now, it took a little bit of work. But like I said, it did require me to get over the fact that I do not like my shoes sitting on my other shoes. As you can see, it's a little bit of work. But I think it's something you just have to get used to doing. And then once you kind of figured it out and you get a groove, then you realize, okay, that's how it works. But like I said, I don't like the pressing. I don't like the straight. And that's a 10.5. That to me was a little bit of work, a decent amount of work to get a 10.5 in the bag. Something that I admire that I don't have to do on my Shrine bag is literally just open the side, drop it in. But I think if I were to say I only wanted to carry two pairs of sneakers in this bag, I think it would be perfect, because I could put one pair up here, one pair at the top of the front, and then I could put some clothes in the bottom section. So my complaint really, I have so many complaints. I love the bag. I think if you're just trying to overstuff it with sneakers and you have a larger size, once again, I can't speak for anything that's less than a size 10 or more than a size 10. So feel free to ask me in your comments, but I really just don't know. I don't have a size anything else to try. To me, if you are looking to get a shoe that is overly large, let's just say you love Air Jordan 3s, or God knows, a 4. These, like I said, it required a lot of pressing and pushing. So let's just say these were my Katrinas, and they're nice and white and sexy. I wouldn't want to press these in there. But if you have a sneaker bag, it's not as bad. It won't hurt your feelings as much. So just when you don't have as much room to work with on this front end as you did on the back end, as you did on the front end. And one of the things about that is, because if you think about the fact that the actual handle, that part is actually kind of right there. It's not, it makes it where the room isn't as illustrious, and because it is right there. But if you stick it in there good enough, the shoe does come out, but it's okay, because you can still zip it up anyway. It's just you can tell that it definitely takes some room away from the shoe. But I'm still gonna hold on and say that if the shoe is not a low top, let me reword that. If the shoe is a low top, it's best that you put it on the bottom. If it's a high top, anything from a mid to a high top, at least in my size, or probably if anything else higher can get in, they need to be up top. So if you're, like I said, if you're doing some NMDs or some Dunks, then you're good to go. But high tops to the top. Just remember that if you were to get this bag. All in all, last thing, very, very last thing. So I was able to get a whole lot of shirts in here. So there's the bottom portion I actually just almost forgot to tell you about. If I can find the zipper. There we go. So, anytime I go on vacation, no matter what type of bag I use, I always roll my shirts. I don't know how you do your shirts, but I'm a roller guy. I roll mine. So, as you can see, let's see. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 shirts in the bottom. And I probably can get about 7 if... I don't know if you guys can see that. Ugh. I got 6 shirts right there in the bottom. And I could probably get another one right there in the front if I really, really tried. If I were to say, like I said, if I were to just go with 2 pairs of pants, in my personal opinion, I mean, not 2 pair of pants, two pairs of shoes, I can put a high top here at the top, because I love my high top, and a high top here at the top, and then I can get a couple pairs of pants here in the bottom section, and a pair of pants here in the bottom section. Underwear and a few small things in here if you fold them right. But if you can organize well, you can travel. In my personal opinion, I can go a week off of this bag if if it's shorts. If I'm going somewhere warm and it's shorts, because gym shorts, basketball shorts, all shorts, they typically roll up really small, and I'm big on that kind of roll up style. If you going somewhere where you're kind of rotating jeans and pants, like, let's just say you're gone for 7 days and you're going to take 4 pairs of pants because, maybe you're rotating them. I don't know, however you do. If I'm going somewhere warm, I'm normally taking just like 1 or 2 pair of pants, because I may not know. I may eat somewhere that's really fancy that doesn't like jeans, but most of the time I'm wearing shorts. So ultimately, I personally feel I can take a bag like this 7 days. I feel like 7 days is a little bit of a stretch. 5 is more ideal. If you're a person who, they have a little pack on their website where you buy like this roller bag and a duffel bag. If you're doing that, then you're perfectly fine. But I hate checking in my bags. I don't trust them being anywhere out of my sight. So if you're doing the duffel bag and the roller bag, you're perfect. Put all your 4 sneakers in here, all your little accessories, some shirts in the bottom, and you can fill that duffel bag 100%. Overall, I do like the bag. I am gonna use the bag, but like I said, I'm not in love with how hard I have to get my sneakers in. I'm used to my Shrine bag where literally I just open it, drop them in, and they're good to go. But my Shrine bag with my clothes will not hold 4 sneakers. The website says 5. I personally feel like if you're not putting clothes in here at all, 5 is still a stretch. If they say 5, the only thing you can get in this bottom section, because to me the wheels kind of the accessories from the bottom that are connected to the bottom of the bag kind of somewhat sneak into the bottom portion. To me, the only type of sneaker you can get in there without hurting your feelings and crushing it to death is probably something like this. You can absolutely put this in there. But if you have some like coveted dunks, let's just say you have some Tiffany dunks, or I don't know, anything that you just feel is special, you're not going to want to stick them in the bottom. So in my personal opinion, 4 is the most this bag should hold. And then you can sneak in some shirts and some pants in a couple places. All in all, it is a sexy bag. Once again, I do feel like they could have, for the price, they could have absolutely added a couple more touches to it. These zippers absolutely should have been logo zippers. The lining on the inside should have had their logos all on the inside. I feel like they cut a few little corners, but overall, like I said, I'm going to use this bag. I like this bag. I'm probably going to be switching between the two depending on how long I'm staying out of town. So once again, y'all, this is my review for the Soul Premise roller bag. Hopefully it's helped you decide on if you want to get this bag or not. Thanks for stopping by. I just want to ask that you subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell so you are notified when another video of mine is dropping in. Mr. Gray out.